My beloved brothers and sisters, there are moments in life when we hear something that shakes us, something that makes us pause, something that truly touches the heart and soul. This could be that moment for you. I want you to imagine if today was your last day on earth, what would matter the most? Not the money, not the fame, not the status, but the condition of your heart, your connection with your Creator, and the legacy you leave behind. This is not just another lecture, not just another reminder. This is a message that could change the course of your life if you allow it to. Life is such a fascinating journey. From the time we open our eyes as children, we are introduced to a world full of excitement, curiosity, and dreams. As children, our concerns are so small. We cry for food, we laugh at the simplest things, and we find joy in moments that cost nothing. But slowly, as we grow older, the world begins to shape us. We are told what success looks like, what happiness should mean, and what goals we must chase. And many of us, without realizing, begin to live lives that are dictated by the standards of others, not by the true purpose for which we were created. Think about it. How many of us wake up every morning rushing into a routine that we never even questioned? School, work, career, money, possessions, a bigger house, a faster car, more recognition, more likes, more followers. And yet, if we pause for just a moment and ask ourselves, is this really what I was put on this earth for? Do these things actually bring lasting contentment? Deep down, we know the answer. We know that the joy of buying something new fades quickly. We know that the applause of people doesn't last. We know that no matter how much we accumulate, there is always a sense that something is missing. That emptiness, my brothers and sisters, is the soul reminding us that we were created for more than this. Look at how fragile our lives really are. One day you see a person smiling, laughing, healthy and full of energy. The next day you hear news that they've returned to their Creator. All the wealth they worked for, all the status they built, all the dreams they had, it all stayed behind. What truly went with them was their deeds, their character, the kindness they showed, and the relationship they had with their Maker. This reality should wake us up. Because the truth is, you and I don't even know if we will see tomorrow. And if we don't know whether we will even live to complete this very day, then why are we so distracted by things that will never truly matter in the end? Many of us live as though we will be here forever. We put off important changes. We say, I'll pray properly when I'm older. I'll become more serious about my purpose when I've achieved my career goals. I'll mend my relationships later when the time is right. But who promised you that you will even see old age? Who promised you that you will live to make those changes later? The graveyards are filled with people who thought they had more time. Some of them were young, healthy, full of plans, and yet their time came suddenly. And this is why a wise person is not the one who simply chases this life as if it is guaranteed. A wise person is one who balances living in this world with preparing for the next. If you look around today, you will see people exhausting themselves for temporary gain, working day and night, sometimes harming their health, sacrificing their peace, even neglecting their families just to earn more. Yet when you ask them if they are truly content, the answer is almost always no. Why? Because you can never fill a void of the soul with the material things of this world. It's like pouring water into a basket. It will never stay. It will never satisfy. Real fulfillment does not come from what you own. It comes from who you are inside, from the peace of the heart, from the connection to the one who gave you life. My brothers and sisters, reflect for a moment. When you were born, you came into this world with nothing. When you leave, you will leave with nothing in your hands. Yet in between, we become so obsessed with collecting, owning, showing, and proving. The saddest reality is that people spend their entire lives working for things they will not even use for long, while neglecting the very deeds that will benefit them forever. Imagine spending decades building a palace in this world, but arriving in the hereafter only to find that your eternal home is empty, neglected, forgotten. That would be the greatest loss. But life doesn't have to be like that. The beauty of this reminder is that it gives us a chance to pause, to re-examine our journey, and to redirect ourselves before it is too late. Every breath you take is an opportunity to change, to realign, to return to what truly matters. No matter how distracted you've been, no matter how many mistakes you've made, the very fact that you are listening to this right now means you still have time. You still have a chance to shift your priorities and to live a life of meaning, not just of consumption. Ask yourself, when was the last time you sat quietly and thought deeply about why you are here? When was the last time you turned off the noise of the world, the phone, the screens, the endless chatter, and just reflected on the purpose of your existence? Most people avoid these questions because they are uncomfortable. They expose the truth that we are not living the way we should. But running from reality doesn't change it. Facing it is what brings transformation. My brothers and sisters, this life is short, unpredictable, and temporary. The sooner we realize that, the sooner we can begin to live with wisdom. Don't let the illusion of the world blind you from the reality of your purpose. Don't wait for tragedy to remind you of what's important. Let this be your reminder today, because the truth is, success is not defined by how much you own, but by how you lived, who you helped, and how strong your connection was with your Creator. Let us now talk about something that is at the very core of who we are, the heart. Not just the physical organ that pumps blood through your body, but the spiritual heart, the heart that feels, the heart that loves, the heart that breaks, the heart that carries our deepest secrets, our intentions, and our faith. When this heart is in the right place, life feels balanced, peaceful, and purposeful. But when this heart is neglected, when it is filled with darkness, it becomes restless, heavy, and deeply troubled. Think about this carefully. How many people do you know who have everything? Wealth, a beautiful home, a good job, health, and opportunities, and yet they are miserable. They smile in photographs, but behind closed doors they cry. They laugh in public, but when they are alone, they feel empty. Why? Because no matter how much you achieve on the outside, if the heart is unsettled, you cannot taste true peace. The world may see your success, but inside you feel an ache that nothing seems to cure. And then on the other hand, you may have met people who appear to have very little. Their clothes are simple, their homes are small, their income is limited, and yet they radiate peace. They sleep soundly, they smile genuinely, and they carry a lightness in their hearts that cannot be bought. What is the difference between the two? The difference, my brothers and sisters, is the condition of the heart. A heart that remembers its Creator is never truly poor. It is never empty. It is never restless, because it draws its strength, its comfort, and its security from something greater than this world. But a heart that forgets the Creator, even if surrounded by luxury, is never satisfied. It is always chasing the next thing, the next thrill, the next purchase, the next achievement. And the tragedy is, no matter how much it gets, it still feels incomplete. My brothers and sisters, our hearts were designed to connect with the one who made us. Just like a phone cannot function without being charged, the heart cannot function properly without that connection. You can try to charge a phone with water, it won't work. You can try to charge it with food, it won't work. It only works when it is connected to the right source of power. Similarly, the heart cannot be charged with money, with entertainment, with temporary pleasures. It is only charged when it is connected to the remembrance of its Creator. This is why you see so many people searching. They chase one desire after another, but after achieving it, they still feel something missing. They thought a new job would make them happy. It didn't. They thought marriage alone would make them happy. It didn't. They thought a new car, a bigger house, or a certain number of followers online would fill the emptiness. It didn't. Why? Because you cannot cure a spiritual emptiness with material possessions. The heart cries out for meaning, for guidance, for peace that only comes from the one who created it. Ask yourself, honestly, when was the last time you sat in silence and just remembered the one who gave you life? When was the last time you allowed your heart to soften in prayer, in reflection, in gratitude? So many of us rush through our days, rushing through even our prayers, our moments of worship, as though they are burdens instead of blessings. Yet those very moments are the medicine for the restless heart. The truth is, when the heart forgets its creator, it becomes sick. And like any sickness, it has symptoms. You begin to feel an unexplained sadness. You feel angry without reason. You feel jealous of others easily. You feel as though nothing is ever enough. These are signs of a heart that needs healing. And the healing does not come from shopping, from holidays, from distractions. The healing comes from returning to the remembrance of your Creator, from cleaning out the heart of all the toxins it has absorbed. And what are these toxins? They are pride, arrogance, hatred, grudges, envy, and greed. Every time we allow one of these to settle in our hearts, we block out peace. Carrying grudges, for example, poisons you long before it poisons the person you dislike. Jealousy eats away at your happiness. Arrogance blinds you to your own faults. These toxins keep the heart restless, even when everything else in life seems fine. And so, the wise person is not the one who only cleans their body, but the one who also cleanses their heart. And let me share something with you. When the heart is clean, even the smallest blessings feel huge. A glass of water feels like a gift. A simple meal feels like a feast. A smile from a loved one feels priceless. But when the heart is unclean, even the greatest blessings feel empty. You can have the entire world at your feet, but you will still complain. You will still feel restless. You will still be searching for something you cannot find. My beloved brothers and sisters, do not underestimate the power of a pure heart. A pure heart not only gives you peace in this life, it prepares you for the next. When you meet your Creator, it will not be your bank balance or your job title that will save you. It will be the condition of your heart, the sincerity of your faith, and the goodness of your actions. So take a moment to reflect. Is your heart at peace, or is it heavy with things that don't belong there? If it feels heavy, then start the journey of cleansing it today. Begin with small steps. Forgive someone who hurt you. Let go of jealousy towards someone more fortunate. Show kindness even to those who don't deserve it. And above all, reconnect your heart to its true source of peace, the remembrance of your Creator. Because in the end, peace is not found in possessions, in status, or in the approval of others. True peace is found when the heart is aligned with its purpose, and the purpose of the heart is to know, to love, and to remember its Creator. I want you to pause and reflect on something that we often ignore, the reality of time. You and I don't know when our final breath will be taken. We don't know when the angel of death will come knocking. It could be years from now, it could be months from now, it could be today. It could even be in the very next few minutes. And that uncertainty is not meant to scare us, but to wake us up. To remind us that life is not guaranteed, that time is not promised, and that every breath we take is a step closer to our final moment. Think about it. How many people woke up this morning with plans for the day, but they didn't live to see the evening? How many people went to sleep last night with plans for tomorrow, but tomorrow never came? My brothers and sisters, do not be deceived by youth, by health, by strength, or by the illusion that you still have plenty of time. Death does not look at your age. Death does not check your calendar. Death does not wait for you to complete your goals. When the time comes, it comes. We hear stories every single day. A young man goes for a run, collapses, and never gets up. A mother waves goodbye to her children in the morning, but an accident takes her life before the day is over. A healthy businessman travels for work but never returns home. And we think to ourselves, how shocking, how sudden. But the truth is, there is nothing shocking about it, because this is the reality of life. This is what every single one of us will face. The only question is, are we ready? So many of us live in denial. We push this thought away because it makes us uncomfortable. We tell ourselves, not me, not now, I'm still young, I'm still strong, I still have plans. But tell me, who gave you that guarantee? Who signed a contract with you promising that you will live until old age? Who assured you that you will have time to change later? Nobody. In fact, every time you attend a funeral, every time you hear of someone's passing, it is a personal reminder from your Creator that your time could be next. The saddest part is that many people only wake up when tragedy strikes close to home. When someone in their family passes away suddenly, that is when the realization hits. That is when they cry. That is when they remember. That is when they say, life is short. But then slowly, as days pass, they return to their old habits, back to distractions, back to forgetting. My brothers and sisters, don't wait for tragedy to wake you up. Don't wait for loss to open your eyes. Don't wait until it is too late. Let me ask you, if today was your last day, what would you regret the most? Would it be the money you didn't earn, the house you didn't buy, the promotion you didn't get? Or would it be the prayers you missed, the kindness you withheld, the apologies you never made, the opportunities to do good that you ignored? Deep down, you know the answer. Because when everything else is stripped away, the only thing that matters is your deeds, your sincerity, and your heart's connection to your Creator. Picture yourself lying in your final moments. Your eyes are closing, your body is heavy, your soul is preparing to leave. At that moment, what will matter? Not your bank balance, not your followers, not your achievements. What will matter is whether you lived a life of purpose, whether you fulfilled the reason you were created, whether you turned back before it was too late. That is the wake-up call, my brothers and sisters. That is the reminder we all need. And remember, this reminder you are hearing now is not a coincidence. It's not by chance that you came across this message. It could be the very last reminder you hear before your final day. It could be the sign you were waiting for, the turning point you were praying for, the moment that changes your life forever. Don't ignore it. Don't brush it aside, because ignoring a reminder doesn't stop the reality. It only blinds you to it. There are countless people who, if given just one more chance, would do anything to come back and pray one more prayer, to seek forgiveness one more time, to do one more good deed, to say one more kind word. But their chance is gone. You, however, still have a chance. The fact that you are alive, that you are breathing, that you are hearing this, means your opportunity is still open. The door of change is not closed for you. The question is, will you walk through it? My brothers and sisters, don't let your wake-up call be your last breath. Don't let your reminder come too late. Don't wait until you are standing in front of your Creator to realize that you wasted your life on things that never mattered. The time to change is not tomorrow. It is not next week. It is not someday in the future. The time to change is now, right now, because tomorrow is not promised, but this moment is. Think carefully. What is stopping you from beginning today? Is it fear of what people will say? Is it the comfort of your habits? Is it the illusion that you still have time? None of those excuses will matter when your time comes. What will matter is whether you listened to the reminders you were given, whether you took action when you had the chance, whether you made your life count before it was over. So let this message echo in your heart. Your wake-up call has come. You don't need to wait for another sign. You don't need to wait for tragedy. This is your sign. This is your chance. This is your moment. Take it, embrace it, and transform your life before it is too late. My beloved brothers and sisters, it's one thing to be reminded about the shortness of life, the reality of death, and the condition of the heart. But it's another thing entirely to ask, what do I do now? How do I actually begin to change? Because sometimes we hear a powerful message, we feel touched in that moment, but then we go back to our lives and nothing changes. Why? Because we didn't take practical steps. We didn't turn that inspiration into action. So today, let's talk about how you can actually start. Not tomorrow, not someday, but today. Because what good is a reminder if it doesn't lead to action? I want to share with you a few steps, simple, practical, yet life-changing, that can begin your journey of transformation. The first step is to reconnect with your Creator. No matter how far you think you've gone, no matter how many mistakes you've made, no matter how much guilt you carry, know this: you are never too far to return. The very fact that you feel the pull in your heart, the very fact that you are listening to this, is proof that your Creator has not abandoned you. He is calling you back. He is inviting you to reconnect. And that first step can be as simple as lifting your hands in sincere prayer, even if you haven't prayed in a long time. You don't need fancy words. You don't need to be perfect. Just speak from your heart. Say, help me, guide me, forgive me. That first connection opens the door to peace like nothing else can. The second step is to cleanse your heart. Carrying grudges, hatred, or envy is like walking through life with a bag of rocks on your back. It weighs you down. It makes every step harder. And the truth is, it doesn't harm the person you dislike. It harms you. Imagine carrying poison inside you and expecting it to hurt someone else. That's what grudges do. So let go. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Letting go doesn't mean what happened was okay. It means you are refusing to let it control you anymore. Free your heart, because a heavy heart cannot move forward. The third step is to value your time. Every moment is either taking you closer to your purpose or further away. Time is the most precious gift we are given, yet it's the one we waste the most. How many hours disappear into distractions, endless scrolling, gossip, or chasing things that will not matter tomorrow? Think of time like currency. Every day you are given a certain amount. You can either invest it in things that bring you benefit, or you can waste it on things that vanish. The choice is yours. The wise invest, the careless waste. And when your time runs out, you can't buy more. The fourth step is to surround yourself with goodness. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. The people you spend time with, the conversations you have, the content you consume, all of these slowly mold your heart and your habits. If you surround yourself with negativity, with people who constantly distract you, with voices that encourage sin, then don't be surprised if you feel distant from your Creator. But if you surround yourself with people who remind you of what is good, who encourage you to grow, who bring you closer to your purpose, then your life will naturally align with what matters. Ask yourself, who are my closest companions? Do they push me toward light, or do they drag me into darkness? And then comes one of the most important steps: consistency over perfection. Too many people delay change because they are waiting to be perfect. They say, once I have fixed everything, once I have left all my bad habits, once I am completely ready, then I will return. But that day never comes, because perfection is not required. What is required is sincerity and consistency. Start small, take one step. If you can only pray one prayer properly today, do it. If you can only read one verse, read it. If you can only make one change, make it. Don't underestimate small steps. A small drop repeated every day fills an ocean. It is not about being perfect. It is about being consistent, sincere, and determined. My brothers and sisters, let me tell you something important. Change is not an event. It is a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. You will stumble, you will make mistakes, you will sometimes fall back into old habits. But don't let that discourage you. The problem is not falling, the problem is staying down. Every time you fall, get back up. Every time you slip, return again, because your Creator is not looking for your perfection. He is looking for your effort, your sincerity, and your persistence. And let me give you an example. Imagine someone who wants to get fit. On the first day, they go to the gym, exercise, eat healthy, and feel motivated. But the next day they feel tired, so they skip. A week later, they eat unhealthy again. Does that mean they failed? Number, it only means they must get back up and keep going. The people who transform their health are not the ones who never slip. They are the ones who slip but keep returning. The same is true for the soul. Keep returning, keep striving, keep moving forward, no matter how many times you stumble. And don't underestimate the power of small deeds. Sometimes we think change has to be dramatic, like flipping your life upside down in one night. But in reality, it is the small deeds that transform the heart. A kind word, a smile, helping someone quietly, saying thank you, showing patience in a moment of anger. These small acts, repeated daily, purify the heart and build character. And often the smallest deeds have the biggest impact. You may forget them, but your Creator never forgets. So, what does this all mean for you right now? It means that no matter where you are in life, you can begin today. Don't think your past disqualifies you. Don't think your mistakes define you. Your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. What defines you is the choice you make today, in this moment. Begin by reconnecting, by cleansing, by valuing time, by choosing the right company, and by being consistent. My brothers and sisters, if you wait for the perfect time, it will never come. The perfect time is now. The perfect moment is the one you have in front of you. Take that step, however small. Change does not begin with huge leaps. It begins with a decision to no longer live distracted, a decision to no longer carry a heavy heart, a decision to no longer waste time, a decision to reconnect with the one who gave you life. And when you begin, you will notice something beautiful. Slowly, the emptiness will fade. Slowly, the heaviness will lift. Slowly, the peace you've been searching for will settle in your heart. And you will realize that true contentment was never in possessions, never in applause, never in achievements. It was always in the connection of your heart to its Creator. So take these steps one by one. Don't rush, but don't delay. And remember, every small step you take toward goodness, your Creator comes closer to you with mercy far greater than you can imagine. Now that we've spoken about change, about steps to take, about waking up to the reality of life, I want to speak to your heart directly, because there are many people who listen to a reminder like this and immediately begin to feel heavy inside. They think about their past. They think about the mistakes they've made. They think about the sins they have committed. And slowly, a voice inside whispers to them, "It's too late for you. You've done too much wrong. You can never change. You can never be forgiven." I want to tell you today with absolute certainty, that voice is a lie. That hopelessness is a trap. That belief that your past is too heavy for forgiveness is one of the greatest tricks of the enemy. Because as long as you are alive, as long as you are breathing, as long as your heart is beating, the door of hope and mercy is open. It is never too late. You are never too far. You are never beyond forgiveness. Think about this, my brothers and sisters. The one who created you, the one who knows you inside out, the one who saw every mistake you ever made, is the same one who is telling you that His mercy is greater than your sins. If your sins were as many as the drops in the ocean, His mercy would still be greater. If your sins reached the sky, His forgiveness would still cover them. If you turned back sincerely, every sin could be wiped away as though it never even happened. That is how vast, how powerful, how endless the mercy of your Creator truly is. And yet so many of us live in chains of regret. We keep replaying our mistakes over and over again in our minds. We convince ourselves that we are unworthy of love, unworthy of forgiveness, unworthy of peace. But let me tell you something important. The past does not define you. Your mistakes are not your identity. Your sins are not the end of your story. They are simply a chapter that can lead to growth, to wisdom, to a turning point in your life. Look around you at the people who inspire you, the ones who are strong in faith, the ones who are compassionate, the ones who seem close to their Creator. Many of them were not always like that. They too struggled. They too made mistakes. They too fell down again and again. But the difference is they refused to stay down. They chose to rise, to return, to seek forgiveness, to begin again. And that is exactly what you can do. Remember, every saint had a past and every sinner has a future. The question is, what will your future be? Will you allow your past mistakes to chain you down forever? Or will you use them as motivation to rise higher? Let me share something with you. Sometimes the people with the darkest pasts become the ones with the brightest futures. Why? Because when they taste the emptiness of sin, they appreciate the sweetness of forgiveness more than anyone else. When they fall to the lowest depths, they rise with a strength that others cannot imagine. And when they realize the weight of their mistakes, they run back to their Creator with sincerity, with humility, with desperation, and that sincerity transforms them into people of light. Do not ever underestimate the power of one sincere moment of turning back. One tear shed in private, one genuine prayer from the depths of your heart, one honest moment of saying, I am weak, I have failed, but I am here, returning to you. That one moment can erase a lifetime of mistakes. That is the power of hope. That is the beauty of mercy. And do not think your Creator is waiting to punish you. Number, He is waiting to forgive you. He is waiting to embrace you with mercy. He is waiting for you to simply take the first step. And when you do, He comes running to you with forgiveness far greater than you can imagine. Think of a parent whose child has gone astray. Even if the child ran away, even if the child broke rules, even if the child hurt them, the moment that child returns home sincerely, the parent embraces them with tears, with love, with forgiveness. If that is the love of a human parent, then imagine the mercy of the one who created you, the one whose love is limitless, the one whose compassion never ends. My brothers and sisters, never allow despair to live in your heart. Despair is the enemy of growth. Despair paralyzes you. Despair convinces you that you are unworthy. But the truth is, the more broken you feel, the more welcome you are to turn back. The more mistakes you've made, the more powerful your comeback can be. The greater your sins, the greater your story of transformation can inspire others. Perhaps right now you are thinking of things in your past that make you ashamed. Perhaps you are remembering habits you struggle to let go of. Perhaps you feel like you have failed too many times. But I want you to take those feelings and flip them. Instead of letting them weigh you down, let them push you forward. Let your regret become your fuel. Let your mistakes become your motivation. Let your pain become your turning point. Because at the end of the day, it is not about where you were yesterday. It is about where you are going today. And today, right now, you can decide to walk the path of hope, the path of forgiveness, the path of mercy. And remember this, even if the whole world gives up on you, your Creator never will. Even if people remind you of your past, your Creator can erase it completely. Even if others look at you with judgment, your Creator looks at you with compassion. So hold on to hope. Never let it slip away. Because as long as you breathe, the door of mercy is open. And when you finally meet your Creator, you will realize that His mercy was far greater than you ever imagined. Let us now speak about something that many people ignore until it is too late. The legacy you leave behind. When your time on this earth comes to an end, and it surely will, what will remain of you? What will people remember when your name is mentioned? What stories will they tell when they gather after your departure? What impact will you have left behind, echoing in the hearts of others long after you are gone? The truth is, every single one of us is writing a story with our lives. Every choice you make, every word you say, every deed you do, every relationship you build, every moment you live, all of it is shaping the story that will be told about you. And here's the reality. One day, you will no longer be here to tell your own story. Others will tell it for you. The question is, what will they say? Will they say you were kind, compassionate, forgiving, someone who lifted others up, someone whose presence was a blessing? Or will they say you were harsh, selfish, bitter, and someone whose absence brought relief rather than sorrow? These are hard questions, but they are necessary. Because at the end of the day, our legacy is not built on what we claim about ourselves. It is built on how we lived, how we treated people, and the values we carried. Think about this carefully. When you are lowered into your grave, your wealth will not lower itself with you. Your house, your car, your possessions, your trophies, your followers, all of it will remain behind, but your reputation, your character, your deeds, those will live on. Even the smallest act of kindness you did, the smallest seed of good you planted can outlive you for generations. A smile, a kind word, a moment of patience, these things ripple like waves in water, touching people you never even knew long after you are gone. My brothers and sisters, look at how we remember others. We don't remember people for how much money they made, or what clothes they wore, or what job titles they held. We remember them for how they made us feel, how they touched our hearts, how they impacted our lives. A teacher who believed in you, a friend who stood by you in hard times, a neighbor who helped you in need. These are the people you remember forever. Their legacy lives on, not because of wealth, but because of kindness. And here's the beauty. You don't need to be famous to leave a powerful legacy. You don't need to have millions of followers. You don't need to be rich or influential. All you need is sincerity. All you need is to live with purpose. All you need is to decide that every day, in small ways, you will make the world a little better than it was yesterday. Legacy is built in the ordinary moments. The way you speak to your children, the respect you show your parents, the honesty in your work, the smile you give to a stranger, the time you spend listening to someone in pain, these are the bricks of your legacy. And the amazing thing is, sometimes the smallest act can have the biggest impact. You may forget it the very next day, but the person who received it may carry it in their heart for the rest of their life. And let me share a thought with you. Imagine you planted a tree. Years later, long after you've passed away, someone sits under its shade. Someone eats from its fruit. Someone takes shelter beneath its branches. You are not there anymore, but your deed continues to benefit others. This is what legacy looks like. And you don't need to plant literal trees. Every good deed you do, every word of encouragement you share, every piece of knowledge you pass on, every act of charity you give is a tree that will continue to give fruit even after you are gone. But the opposite is also true. A legacy can be destructive. If you spread hatred, if you harmed others, if you taught evil, if you planted seeds of bitterness, those too will continue to spread long after you are gone. People will remember the pain you caused. They will recall the wounds you inflicted. And those who learned from your bad example may carry your negative influence forward, making your legacy one of harm instead of goodness. That is a tragedy we must all avoid. So my brothers and sisters, ask yourself now, what kind of legacy are you building today? If your story ended tonight, what would your story say? Would people remember you as someone who brought light into their lives, or someone who made their days darker? Would they pray for you after you are gone, or would they sigh with relief? Would your impact continue to benefit generations, or would it vanish the moment you leave? And remember this, your legacy is not only about people, it is also about your eternal home. Every deed you do is an investment in the hereafter. Think of it like this. Every good deed builds your palace in the next life. Every bad deed tears it down. The question is, when you arrive, what will your eternal home look like? Empty walls or a palace built with love, mercy, and purpose? And let's not forget, legacy is not about grand gestures only. It is about daily habits. Legacy is built in the ordinary routines of life. If you are a parent, your legacy lives on in the way you raise your children, the values you pass to them, the love you show them. If you are a spouse, your legacy is in the kindness and respect you give to your partner. If you are a worker, your legacy is in the honesty, the dedication, the fairness you bring to your work. These ordinary acts accumulate, shaping the way you are remembered, shaping the world you leave behind. And the most powerful thing is this: your legacy doesn't just stay in this world, it follows you into the next. When people pray for you after your death, when they benefit from the knowledge you left behind, when they continue the good you started, those deeds continue to be written in your record even while you are in the grave. Imagine lying in your resting place, but the rewards of your kindness, your charity, your words, your teachings still reaching you. That is true success. That is a legacy worth living for. So don't wait, my brothers and sisters. Don't wait until old age to think about legacy. Don't wait until the end of your life to suddenly ask, what have I left behind? Begin now. Every day is a chance to build. Every day is a chance to leave something that will outlive you. And if you think you have wasted your years, if you think your legacy so far has been empty, then let today be your turning point. It is never too late to rewrite your story. It is never too late to shift from darkness to light. It is never too late to start planting seeds of goodness that will continue to grow long after you are gone. When your name is mentioned one day, make sure it is remembered with love, with prayers, with gratitude. Make sure people say, this person touched my life. This person made me better. This person left the world a little brighter. That is the legacy worth striving for. My beloved brothers and sisters, we have journeyed through many reminders together today. We have spoken about the reality of life, how short, fragile, and unpredictable it truly is. We have spoken about the heart, how it craves peace, and how that peace only comes when it remembers its Creator. We have spoken about the wake-up call, the fact that your time is not promised, that your final breath may come at any moment, and that this reminder may be the one you were waiting for. We have spoken about practical steps in how to reconnect, how to cleanse, how to value time, how to surround yourself with goodness, and how to remain consistent. We have spoken about hope and mercy, how your past does not define you, how forgiveness is always available, and how despair is never the answer. And we have spoken about legacy, the story you are writing with your life, the impact you will leave behind, and the deeds that will follow you even into your grave. And now, my beloved brothers and sisters, the question is, what will you do with all of this? Will you simply listen, nod your head, feel touched for a moment, and then return to the same habits, the same distractions, the same cycle of forgetting? Or will you take this as a turning point? Will you let this reminder live in your heart, transform your choices, and change your life? The truth is, every reminder is like a seed planted in the soil of your heart. But the seed will not grow unless you water it with action. Inspiration without action fades. Motivation without steps disappears. You must act. You must take what you heard and turn it into reality, because one day you will wish you had. One day when your time comes, you will beg for just one more chance to go back, to change, to act. But by then, it will be too late. Right now is the chance you still have. So start today. Not tomorrow, not when life gets easier, not when you feel ready. Because the truth is, you may never feel ready. You may never have the perfect circumstances. You may never have the perfect time. The perfect time is now. The perfect moment is the one you have been given right here, right now. Take one step, whatever that step is. Pray sincerely. Forgive someone. Ask for forgiveness. Let go of a grudge. Call your parents. Say a kind word. Give charity, even if it is small. Turn away from a habit you know is harming you. Open your heart in gratitude. Begin today, because one step leads to another, and before you know it, you will be walking a new path. A path of peace, of purpose, of light. And don't tell yourself it's too late. It is never too late. The past is gone. The future is not guaranteed. The only moment you have is this one. Use it, cherish it, transform it. And remember, change is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. A person of faith, a person of kindness, a person of purpose, a person whose heart is connected to their Creator. That is who you truly are. Everything else is a distraction. My brothers and sisters, do not leave this reminder behind. Carry it with you. Let it echo in your thoughts. Let it shape your decisions. Let it be the reminder that finally touched your heart and soul. The reminder that you never forgot. The reminder that changed your story. Because sometimes one reminder is all it takes to turn a life around. And when you feel weak, when you feel tired, when you feel like you cannot keep going, remember the mercy we spoke about. Remember that every time you turn back, you are welcomed. Every time you make an effort, it is seen. Every time you choose light over darkness, it is written. Your Creator is more merciful than you can imagine, and His door is always open. So walk out of this moment with hope, with determination, with courage. Walk out knowing that you have a purpose, that your life matters, that your deeds matter, that your story matters. Walk out knowing that your time is limited, but your potential is unlimited if you choose to use it wisely. And if there is one thing I want you to take from this entire reminder, it is this: do not wait, do not delay. Do not let your life pass in distractions and regrets. Choose today, begin today, live today with purpose, because tomorrow may never come, but today is yours. My beloved brothers and sisters, this may be the reminder you've been waiting for, the reminder that touches your heart and awakens your soul. Do not let it slip away. Embrace it, live it, and share it, because when you change your life, you may inspire others to change theirs, and together we can leave behind a legacy of light, a legacy of goodness, a legacy that echoes through generations. So go forth from this moment, reconnect, reflect, revive, and live the rest of your life in a way that when your time comes, you can return with peace, with hope, with joy, knowing that you lived with purpose, you loved with sincerity, and you left behind a story worth remembering.